What's up, America? I'm Danny T. Welcome to the show. We're going to go over the Oversight Committee meetings with Maxwell and Bondi today. We're also going to go over the six names that Ro Khanna blasted out there. Before I get started, though, I've seen a lot of misinformation out there being spread with these files and uh, people's names, things like that. A couple sites I go to epsteinweb.org and I go to justice.gov/Epstein. You can see if what you're saying is legit before you repost false information or believe something that's not true. Also, if you save the file, if someone posts a file that's fake, even if it's real, you can take a screenshot of it or you can save the file. Go to your favorite AI and put it in there, and it should be able to tell you if it's legit or false. Just something to keep in mind with everything coming out and everything going on lately. You want to make sure you're staying informed. You don't want to look like an idiot posting something that's not real. Nonetheless, let's get started. Maxwell had her meeting on the 9th. She pled the fifth the whole time. I think we kind of expected that from her. She did ask for clemency. I don't think she's going to get it. I don't think they're even going to do any type of plea with her. I mean, we really have all the information we need in these files. If the DOJ would do their job, get it out there and actually start investigating some of these people, I mean, we have all we need right there, along with the witnesses. So I don't think Maxwell's going to get any type of plea deal. I think she is going to die in prison. You know what I mean? uh, Nonetheless, moving on to Bondi, it was a 4 hour dog and pony show. We didn't get much out of it, but we did get a little bit. Pam Bondi did claim that they are investigating people and that they want to start pursuing legal action against people. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. She has said a lot that wasn't true. So we'll see how that goes. Nonetheless, even with the deflection going on, it seemed very scripted. She definitely had a big notebook. Um, I mean, she spent more time talking about the Dow and I don't know, finances. You know what I mean? But it was just ridiculous. She was bringing up everything but the files and the victims. It wasn't really why she was there. Not saying the things she was saying weren't true. It just wasn't the time or place for that. You know what I mean? Um, but as I've said, uh, just no emotion on her face while she was doing it. You could tell she kind of practiced it all. Um, I had a couple episodes I did that were scripted in the beginning, and it sounded like that. It sounded like she was just reading and practicing what she was going to say instead of just letting things flow off the top of her head, like you would in a normal debate or if you're being accused of something. And nonetheless, I know she's had some plastic surgery done, I'm sure, but just no expression on her face. I mean, I've seen her face move here and there, but the entire 4 hours, it just seemed very scripted, very deflective. She was very defensive, didn't really answer many questions, didn't really seem to care about the victims. We did get an apology out of her for the initial drop with the victims' faces and names unredacted, while the potential criminals had their identities hidden still. But even the committee themselves, I mean, as I've said, it was a dog and pony show. It was very narrative driven. Everything was just trying to get points across. You did have a few people out there that did seem to care about these victims. But overall, I mean, it's the usual BS we see when this happens. I think one thing Pam Bondi did say that's correct is it shouldn't be a party issue. I think this is one place where they can't really divide us. I think everyone on this list deserves to, at the very least, be investigated. And the people that have done things should be locked away. That's what your job is, Pam Bondi. You're the leader of the Justice Department. You're the Attorney General. That's why you were there, not to get defensive. We just wanted answers, which we didn't get very many. Um, Now the highlight for me was Thomas Massey and Pam Bondi going at it. It was 5 minutes of them just yelling at each other. I really can't stand either of them. Uh, Not quoting at all, but you know, pretty much Massey called Bondi a soulless lying bitch, and Pam Bondi pretty much told Massey he's a washed up political clown. And I gotta say, I agree with both of them. It was definitely the highlight of the meeting for me. um, yeah, I agree with them on some things, but overall, I think they both need to just resign. I appreciate what Massey's doing, but a lot of other people are too. When it comes to his other policies, I'm not a fan. I've gone over that. Um, but Massey's buddy Ro Khanna did blast out the six names. Um, Now, three of the names I really couldn't find anything about them. It's Leonov, Salvador Nuara, and Zurab Mikelez. Uh, Really, I've tried so hard the past couple days since I heard about the names and nothing. I can't see anything about them. There was one name I found other than the other two. It's Nicola Caputo. Now the guy I found is a member of the European Parliament from 2014 to 2019. He did go on social media and he denies that he has anything to do with it. He's claiming it's not him. Uh, the name's in there, but he's saying it's not him. I don't know if it is or not. I can't really find anything on this guy. I've never even heard of him before this. Um, so I'll keep me posted. Leave me something in the comments if you know something I don't. I'd appreciate it. Um, but the two guys that I kind of have a really strong feeling do have something to do with this is Les Wexner or Leslie Wexner, whatever you want to call him. Now we know him. He's friends with Trump. In the past, he lied about his connection to Epstein. We found out he had a lot more involvement with him than we were told. Now Leslie Wexner is a billionaire. He was a co-founder of Bath and Body Works. He's been affiliated with Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie and Fitch, and several other businesses. Uh, a couple strange things about him. In 1991, he started the Mega Group, which was a pro Israel lobby. Uh, they tried to implement U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East, and you know, Wexner also has alleged ties to the Mossad. I don't know how legit that is or not nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm trying to believe everything I hear, or at least look into it. Um, Another weird little fact about him: in the '80s, there was a lawyer named Arthur Shapiro. He was representing the Limited. And days before he was supposed to testify about a tax scheme he was involved in, he was assassinated. People say it was mob style, and people were looking at Wexner because of his alleged mob ties. Um, and again, he did lie about his involvement with Epstein. We found out recently he had a lot more involvement and contact with him than he originally let on. Another name on this list that I think needs to be investigated is Sultan Ahmed bin Salam. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. Now he is a CEO of DP World. They deal with cargo logistics. About 10% of the global containers go through them. And now he's been affiliated with Epstein since 2007. Uh, Really weird fact about him. Uh, Epstein was trying to buy, we all know he had Little St. James. He was trying to buy Great St. James. And they wouldn't sell to him because he was a pedophile. So Ahmed and Epstein started a limited liability company, and they used the Sultan's name to purchase the Great St. James Island for $22.5 million. That's weird. I definitely think this dude should be investigated, both Wexner and him, but especially this guy for that. It's going a little overboard. That's more than just a co-signer. You're going half on a mansion with a pedophile. You already know what you're getting into with that. Um, but these are the names. That was what's been going on the past couple days. At the end of the month, we have the Clintons to look forward to. I'm not expecting much from that, but I really hope we get a little more cooperation than we've gotten from the last two. It really seems like everyone involved in this is trying really hard to make us all forget, or they're hoping we're going to forget. I don't think we are. And again, as I've said, I really wish people would stop making this a political thing. This is really one of the only issues they can't really divide us on. Let's stand together and make something happen for all these victims, the girls. Uh, Another thing is I've heard the victims say that they already know the names and that they could blast them out whenever they want. I really wish they would do that. I understand they are afraid of their safety. Um, I know Elon Musk is a little questionable since the drop and his involvement. He wasn't 100% honest, but he has been cooperating. He did say that anyone that comes out with information that's legit, if they get sued, he will personally pay for a defense team for any information that comes out. So if these billionaires try and go after them, I mean, you got Elon Musk on your side. So I don't know if any victims will hear my show, with my 10 followers out there, but you never know. You know what I mean? It would be great to see something happen with all this, though. Um, I wish I had more for you guys. That's all I got, though. It was very uneventful these meetings. But if you like the things I talk about America, give my show a like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Rumble. Follow me on YouTube. And I'll see you later, America.